Hello Capricorn, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. How are you, Cappies? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. Got a couple of oracle decks that we're going to look at this week for the overall energy for the week ahead. And we're going to throw some tarot at it. How are you, Caps? I hope you're good. Tell me how your weekend was. I'd like to know. Tell me about Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's look at the week ahead. I'm always reading Capricorn for the week ahead. If you are brand new, you wouldn't know that, but you do now. And if you are the person who keeps coming back, if you're my Capricorn ride or die, thanks for showing up here again. I appreciate you. What else do we have for Capricorn for the week ahead? We've got orphaned Capricorn. What's going on here? We've got the tribe. Look, it feels like somebody here has fallen out with a group of people. It happens. It happens, y'all. It's part of the healing process when our eyes open and we start looking around and we're like, how did I let that shit go on for so long? It feels like somebody here is separate from the tribe, is orphaned from the tribe here. That's what it feels like. It feels like you might be feeling in a bit of, I would say, energy of feeling in lack, feeling alone possibly. Tell me more about Capricorn, please. Got communicate. And we've got overcoming obstacles. We've got sacrifice. Well, isn't that interesting? Capricorn, I don't feel like the tribe kicked you out. I think you sacrificed the tribe. I really do feel like you sacrificed the tribe, giving up something now for a future reward. So, look, I feel like you communicated something. I feel like you were probably connected to a group of people, and it feels like that you probably saw something happening that you were not cool with. You said something, you said it, you said your truth, and it ended up that they ignored it, is what it feels like. It says overcoming obstacles, getting back on your feet to gain strength from a difficult situation. So it does feel like this is what's coming next. You will be overcoming this obstacle, but I think that, you know, we all of us, most of us, if we're going to wake up at any point in our life, go through this place of boundaries. I can't deal with this anymore because look, you're exactly the same as the same 5 people that you hang around with. And if you don't like the people you hang around with, it's time to look in the mirror. And I think you did. I think that you tried to change the tribe and the tribe was like, no, we're not going to change. And so I feel like you had to sacrifice the tribe. I think you spoke a truth. We'll talk about that a little bit more. Let's find out what's going on with tarot. Tell me about Capricorn. Look, your tribe could be your family. The tribe could be a group of friends. The tribe could be the workplace. Whoever the tribe is. Tell me about Capricorn. What else do we need to know about Capricorn, please? Tell me about Capricorn. So I think it was a surprise. Yeah, it feels like I don't think that you had planned on saying anything, but I feel like you just did. I feel as though you couldn't stay quiet anymore. It really does feel like something that bothered you about the tribe. I feel like when you spoke up, you surprised yourself, you surprised them. I feel like your communication had come from something you received in a meditation, in a prayer. I feel like you are a person who's practicing the law of attraction. Feels like you're practicing that you know that when you throw good things out to the universe, you're going to get those good things back. And I feel like you're a person who is engaged in manifestation and the law of attraction. So I think you tried to communicate that. It's like, I don't want to engage in negative talk about other people, other situations, in the workplace, whatever it is. I feel like maybe you disengaged from people who were gossiping, talking about other people, whatever it was. And I feel like you got ousted or you decided to walk away from this tribe because of that. I feel like, yeah, you knew that you had to tell them, look, I can't engage in this anymore because I don't want this gossip to come back to me. I don't want this hardship to come back to me. So we've got overcoming obstacles. It says getting back on your feet gain strength from a difficult situation. The strength card is here. So I feel like you are strong, Capricorn, and I feel like you can do it alone. And I feel like you do have to do it alone, to be honest. I feel like you have pulled away from the tribe because it's time to hold back a little bit. Tell me about this Page of Cups here. I think you pulled yourself away. Yeah, I don't think the tribe sacrificed you. I think you sacrificed the tribe, Capricorn. We've got the Four of Cups. We've got the Hermit energy. I think you're just really different from the people that you were hanging around with, and I feel it's because you've come to some sort of a wisdom or knowledge here. Yeah, you changed. Look, you outgrew the vibration is what it is here. You changed, you transformed. The Hermit energy is here. You came to some sort of a realization whilst you were meditating or praying or spending time by yourself. It's like when we spend a lot of time by ourselves, we come to understandings when we spend time in the quiet, right? So the corporate world and everything out there is designed to drown out our intuition. And then we do get to this place of the Hermit energy. When we spend time alone by ourselves, we start to sort of look at ourselves, right? We point the finger back at us and we start to do the self-audit. And I feel like that's what went on here. That this Four of Cups is giving me a vibe of rejection. It feels like in the Hermit energy, you started going over all the ways that this tribe had been rejecting you or rejecting your ideas or rejecting your emotions. And then you decided, you know what? I don't think I need this anymore. I feel like this is something that you came to the realization of. It feels like it shocked you. It shocked them. It feels like it shocked everybody. But look, the Death card is on deck, right? So it does feel like it was something that definitely had to stop. And you knew it had to stop, but you didn't have anything to replace it. And so that's why I feel like you come into the next week in this orphaned energy. You're now not talking to the people you used to talk to. You're now not engaging in this gossip or whatever it is that the tribe was doing. It feels like that maybe there's one or two people within the tribe that are still kind, I would say. Yeah, we've got a bird here and a giraffe. They're touching noses with the baby. So it does feel like there's maybe one or two people within the tribe that you still do communicate with. But overall, not for you. Nope. That's what this little sign says. I don't want to be in opposing views anymore. It's not for you. I feel like this tribe is not for you, friend. So it feels like you've had a death, maybe an ego death. It feels like you've had a death of something, or you feel like there has been a death, because I feel like you no longer are connecting with the people that you used to connect with. But please understand that I think that you stopped connecting with them even when you were still in the tribe. I feel like you tried hard, you worked hard to hopefully stay in the tribe, but I feel like you have moved to a different level. You have outgrown the vibration. Yeah, you're... Yes, exactly. I'm sorry. I'm just hearing Sharks by Imagine Dragons. Let it go, let it go. It's the way that it goes. First you're in, then you're out. Nobody ever knows. Yeah, that you were swimming with sharks. They're coming to get you. Yeah, so you're just the same as them. And that's the thing. I think you made a realization that if you keep hanging out with them, you're just going to be the same as them. Like I said, it could be your family or a workplace thing. Or it could be your soul tribe, whatever it is. Tell me about the Magician and communicate. I feel like you tried to tell them about, look, you guys, we got to stop doing this. We got to stop wishing bad things on other people. We got to stop talking about other people, because it's going to come back to us in negative energy. And I feel like when you communicated that, that's when you decided they're not even listening. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. We've got the Page of Wands. And the Page of Pentacles. It does feel like you were met with people who you realized are not necessarily on your vibration. We're looking at pages. People who are immature, right? They don't necessarily have the same view that you have. I feel like you were trying to teach them about the law of attraction, maybe through sort of being a representative of that. And it feels like with the ace, the magician's here. The magician holds all the aces, right? The magician is the one who has all the power, all the resources, all the skills. And I feel like you were trying to teach them in the 3D world, like with, money, for instance. I feel like you were trying to teach them, if you're honest and truthful and you throw good things at the universe and you give to charity and all of that, it's going to come back to you. I feel like these people just didn't get it. I feel like they weren't listening. I feel like they were more interested in doing whatever was going to serve themselves. And I mean, to some point, we all should do that. Do whatever is going to serve ourselves. But it feels like you were dealing with people who were quite immature in possibly the pentacle world, right? That maybe they were still very focused on all the things that were of material wealth. And that's sort of an immature way of looking at it when you're not thinking about anything else but how to get your bag. I feel like you can't really talk to people like that, right? They only have one focus. And so we do have the page of wands as well, and that's engaging in risky behavior, right, in the 3D. So I feel like they just weren't listening. You were trying to communicate, and I feel like they just were not listening. Tell me about the Strength card and overcoming obstacles, because I feel like we all go through, all of us that wake up, all of us that have realizations, go through this place where we change our whole friend group, because we wake up and we realize that we don't want to be like them, right? In that song, Sharks, he says, you're just the same as them. You're same as them. Like you end up being the same as them if you hang out with them. But I feel like you don't because of the Strength card. It takes a lot of strength to walk away or sacrifice the tribe and say, no, thank you. I'll spend time on my own. Because you could be there for a while. I was there for 3 years. After I realized what was going on, how did I let that go on for so long? Yeah, sometimes it can be years. Maybe 2 years here. We've got the King of Cups. We've got the Temperance card. And we've got the Seven of Swords. Wasn't that interesting? Because it feels like here that you do come to this place where when you see it, you don't react to it. So this is something that I feel your eyes have been opened here through this the Hermit and the Death card, through this realization, through this awakening that you've had. I feel like you see it happening all around you, but you no longer react to it. You keep it under the surface, because the King of Cups is somebody who is steady and sturdy in the storm. No matter what's going on around me, no matter how chaotic it gets or emotional, I'm just not going to let them see that it bothers me. Temperance energy is here. It's balance, right? It's like you come to this place of a moment of alchemy within yourself that I'm just not going to react to it anymore. I feel like you're overcoming obstacles, and it does say get back on your feet, gain strength, right? Strength has showed up here. Gain strength from difficult situations. So I feel like in difficult situations that you end up holding your own. You end up holding back. You end up not engaging. I feel like this is a really hard thing to do. I feel like you had to put a lot of hard work into it here, but I feel like you have decided, like your intention now is to just follow a different path, because the seeds of intention are in the hand, but the farmer throwing the seeds of intention means I intend to nurture that path, but it's going in a different direction. It is an intention. So I feel like you have an intention to, I'm no longer getting involved in any of this. And when it comes down to these people that I don't trust, I'm just going to hold back. With the Strength card, I'm going to keep it under the surface. I'm not going to let them see it on the surface. And I'm going to keep my balance. Feels like you're going to keep your balance, your healing. Yeah, you're going to alchemize it is what you're going to do. Take it in, clean it, throw it back out again. Try to throw it back out as good energy here. This spot I left available for whatever's going on, not in the next week ahead, but this is going to go on after that. Tell me what this is. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, and we've got the Emperor. Well, look at that. So I feel like it took you a long time to get to this place, but you're now standing on your own. You go from feeling orphaned, feeling left out, feeling like you have nobody around that really cares about you, to this place, I don't really need you, to be honest. That's what it feels like. You step into these Emperor shoes where you are very secure in who you are. You're very stable. It feels like you've created your own island, I'm going to say, where you have your own money, your own time, your own energy. It feels like you're entertaining yourself. You like your own company, but it also feels like you're staying in control of things now. And I feel like it took you a long while to get here, but I feel like it's because you finally decided to sacrifice the tribe. Because you didn't want to be like them. Tell me what this is here. I feel like this is next week. This is the week after that. So we're looking at a couple of weeks here. I feel like when you finally get to this place from the transformation to the Emperor shoes here, we've got the Justice card. And now you feel justified because now you feel empowered. Now you feel like you're in charge of things. Now you feel like you really don't need anybody. I'm in charge of my empire. I really don't need anybody. You come to this place of balance, karmic balance here. We've got the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. It's because of this, because of the inner audit that you did. It's because you're looking inward and realizing, you know what? Whenever I want to point the finger at somebody else and say, what's your problem? I actually need to point it back into me, inward, and say, why am I reacting to that? Why does it make me reactionary? I feel like you're really working on this justice energy, which is Libra, which is balance, which is I'm bringing things into, it's like an integration of everything. You're bringing everything into balance, it feels like here. But I feel like when things are out of balance, you're going to look at yourself, not at other people. Not at why did they provoke me, but why do I feel provoked? You're looking at it from a different point of view now. And as I just say provoked, we have the Five of Swords. You know, even the Emperor has these intermittent thoughts of feelings as though I need to win at any cost. I feel like this is probably an Emperor thing. I need to win at any cost, but I feel like this Five of Swords to you, you've decided that looking inward is the best thing because the Queen of Pentacles is in the reverse. It feels like you feel that even though we have differences of opinion, I'm going to look inside with me first and find out why I feel provoked rather than why have you provoked me, is what it feels like here. So I feel like you're truly stepping into this Emperor energy within the second week here. I'm going to extend this. We're going to talk a little bit more about this transformation and how it came to be, because it feels like it didn't only shock them, but it shocked you. It feels like you start rejecting people, you start rejecting their energies, and you go into this hermit energy. You spend some time by yourself, which takes you into this transformational energy, which ultimately puts you in this orphaned energy. We're going to see how you get out of that energy. I want to know what you communicated to them. We're going to talk about that, but it feels like you got some people who probably spoke back in sharp words, people who weren't ready to put the work in or get their hands dirty, essentially. They don't believe in the law of attraction. They don't believe that they're creating their own karma. And so there wasn't really anything that you could do after that. We're going to talk about that a little bit. And I feel like this overcoming obstacles here. It feels like you are now in a place of great balance, but I feel like there's now when you see this tribe or when you see certain people, you don't trust them. It's like your vibration has changed. It's like you're feeling them out now because the King of Cups is here. And you're holding back from certain people. You're not giving them your energy at all. This is the overcoming of the obstacles here. Getting back on your feet and feeling strong and being able to say, no, I'm not dealing with people like that anymore. I'm going to put down 3 cards here. We're going to go into the extension if you're interested in coming there and watching. There is a pinned comment just below this video atop of all of the comments, and it does give you directions on how to get to the place you want to go if you want a private read, whether it's a live read or a pre-recorded read. Also, there is a link there that will give you access to the membership area, which is where this extension will be. Tell me about Capricorn, please. Tell me about Capricorn. What will we be talking about? We do have the 8 of Swords. We have the Star. I kind of like that. Oh, good. And the 5 of Pentacles is in the reverse. Look, I feel like you've healed this. You're no longer feeling stuck in the head. You're no longer feeling in this place where you had yourself stuck. I feel like you've managed to heal that energy. You're no longer overthinking things, and now you're ready to reconnect to a new group of people, a very stable group of people. Yeah, the chapter has ended, and what's coming next is a very new group of highly excitable, stable, fun group of people is what it looks like here. And you'll be reconnecting to a new group of people soon. I'm going to leave that right there and go into the extension if you'd like to be there. You got all the information you need to get there. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Take care, Capricorn, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.